Call Her Magic presents Camera Ready Makeup Tutorial with me, Ale B.
Important thing at the very beginning, make sure before you start doing your makeup that you've got maybe a robe on or something that you can button, that when you remove to get into your wardrobe, you're not going to stain it. So for example, this dress that I'm wearing, I can just do this, it won't touch my makeup, or I have my beautiful dragon robe, which I just remove and I'm ready to go. Another tip for photo makeup and for camera makeup. The best way to do your makeup, instead of using a mirror, is to use the camera, like I'm doing now. Stand in front of a window, place the phone in front of a window, and then you look at and you can look at yourself, because the camera makeup and the photo makeup requires a little more coverage than the regular day, right? So by looking in the camera, you're going to see how you're beginning to look. Separation is very important, ladies and gentlemen, because when you have a moisturized and nourished skin, then the makeup is going to be enhanced. It's going to add to your beauty. If you have a dehydrated skin, what's going to happen is that your skin is going to try to get the nourishment from anything you give it. So you want to love it and give it a good foundation. And I don't mean foundation as in the foundation. It's the foundation, like the foundation of a building, the foundation of a home. The preparation of the skin, that's the foundation, the key. And then you do maybe we can call it the plaster instead of the foundation. So here we go. What I do, I like to clean my face first. I use my multitasker. This is the brightening cleansing water. We also call it the Magic. Fantastic multitasker. It doesn't only remove dead cells, dead skin, if you've got makeup, if you've been outside here in New York that it gets super dirty, but it also nourishes, it hydrates, it protects, it helps you with fine lines and wrinkles. It helps you with, if you've got breakouts, if you've got rosacea. It's fantastic. Morning and night, this is my thing, people, and this is what this is the foundation of all my skin.
You can replace it with any cleanser, micellar water if you use, and if you have a toner, go for it.
So I got 2 cotton rounds. I'm using one, I'm using the other. And then in circles, I like in circles because it also has, first of all, it has arnica. So that's why it's so good for sun damage, like I have here, if you have breakouts, or if you have a tendency to rosacea as well. Arnica is super healing. Then the other thing is that it gives you, oh my gosh, and my face was clean. I have nothing on. I've just been doing my things during the day. Look at this, still, and I exfoliate every morning. It's not, sometimes people say, oh, I don't wear makeup. It's not about the fact of wearing makeup or not to clean your face. You have to clean your face. You have to get rid of the day, morning and night. There's a lot of pollution going around. So magic water, this is going to give you, it's like creating a canvas, what we want to do before applying makeup. Now I'm feeling my skin, how it's becoming more hydrated. So that means that I'm not going to need as much cream on my face before applying makeup. If you put a lot of cream on your face, and if it's heavy, then the makeup is going to, your face is going to start sweating, your skin is going to want to breathe a little more, it's going to get mixed up and shiny. You don't want that. We want to try to keep it as matte as possible. But what I mean by matte is you don't want something with no glow or life, right? We don't want newspaper skin. We want even, we want matte, we want to see our skin. We don't want to be sponsored by Benjamin Moore. That's something that I always say. So after that, if you, in the morning, you woke up and you find that you've got super dark circles, or you've got puffy eyes, I recommend 2 things. Very simple, that most of the time you have that at home. Cucumber or chamomile tea bags. So cucumber, you slice very thin slices of cucumber and you put them under the eyes for a little bit. Amazing, miraculous. Cucumber 50 cents in the groceries, simple. And then the other thing is, if you don't have cucumbers, you can get chamomile, and you put 2 tea bags of chamomile, you make them, you fuse the chamomile, and then you put them, you can either put some chamomile tea on the cotton rounds, put them in the refrigerator so they get cold. Usually I do the freezer, but you have to get them out before they freeze, and then you put this underneath, or you do the same with the tea bags. You put the tea bags inside the refrigerator or the freezer, and then you put them under the eyes. Oh, wonderful. And it's going to hydrate, it's going to help with the puffiness, and it's going to help with the dark circles. So I love an eye cream. I have, since I'm 18 years old, I think I've always invested in an eye cream. I've always had very good high-end skincare products. That I've never been cheap on that. So in this case, I'm using my Enzyme eye cream. I really like this cream. You need very little here on my ring finger. You tap, so the product goes to both sides evenly, and then you just draw a circle around your eyes and you keep tapping. So this is my technique for applying the makeup, the tapping and the feather it out. When I'm tapping, what you're doing, first of all, I'm using my ring fingers because these fingers are the ones that have the less strength, and you don't want to be pulling the skin around your eye area because it's the most sensitive skin of all the body. So we want to activate it. We're sending it to the gym, right? So by tapping, you're activating the circulation, you're making the muscle work. So this is going to help with the firmness, with the dark circles as well, because it's flowing. You know, if it's puffy as well, it's going to help. You're probably going to want to go to pee because this is draining your drainage, you know. So you keep tapping around. So the same thing, once you've tapped, when tapping, you're also extending the product to where you want it to go. And that, after that, you just feather it out, right? Feather it out. And look, by feathering it out, eventually, I've learned this technique, which is like a kind of digital puncture lifting, where you just tap, 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 tap really quickly. I'm not doing it as fast as the lady that taught me did it, but you know, in time, this works, and this totally helps with anything around the eye area. Now, I feel my skin is good. Now, it's important for you to connect with your skin and feel it. I feel that it could do with a little bit more moisturizing, but not a lot. So usually these days I'm using this one. This is a rose face balm. Delicious, beautiful. I absolutely love it. But it's perfect for transition now for autumn because my skin is getting very dry in autumn. But I'm going to use a little bit of the serum. So I have this enzyme serum, which has been working wonders. It not only firms and hydrates, but it also evens things out. So I'm going to just put a little bit of serum on my face. You can choose. The important thing about this is that you feel your skin, connect to your skin. That's one of the key things for camera makeup, because sometimes your skin might need one thing and sometimes your skin might need another. Today, I'm going to show you like a basic. So whatever you do to your face, you do to your neck and you do to your cleavage, my darlings.
You can replace it with any moisturizer, hydrant or serum that you have at home.
I'm going to put a little bit of serum here on my chest because the girls have grown, and then when I sleep, you know, I get all the lines. Now, important thing here is that when you do your makeup, you don't finish in this line. You have to make it diminish on right neck and cleavage. And the other important thing, find the right shade of foundation, please, because otherwise you end up with a warm based face but you actually are cold. So your foundation should have more of the pinkish tone rather than the yellowish tone, or the other way around. I see that all the time. So now my skin is prepared. Let's go for the lips. I love to prepare my lips. You want to moisturize your lips. Remember, the camera sees everything. Yeah, the lens sees everything. This is my rose balm.
But you can replace it with any lip balm that you have at home or that you love.
Now, foundation-wise, for camera and for photos, I love to use my Mineral Liquid Powder Foundation, which is mineral-based. It's hydrating as well. It has beautiful coverage. It doesn't dry the skin. Your skin will be able to breathe. It also works great for dark circles. The other one that works amazing is the Luminous Foundation. Again, this one just has a little more glow to it than this one, but none of them you're going to feel on your face, or you're going to see that it's not you. They are both super cool and they both last the full day. That's the other great thing. You get a lot out of it. As far as foundations are concerned, since our skin tone changes throughout the year, I always recommend a light and a dark. So what you do is, with the light one, you can also use it as a highlighter, and the dark one, you use it as a contouring one, right? So that's a way to create a natural makeup. Now, if you've got a light and a dark throughout the year, you can mix the colors and then you get the perfect tone that your skin has at that moment.
You can replace the dark foundation with a bronzer or any neutral blush, as I show you ahead in this video.
So today, at this moment, I'm just going to put some of in this case, I use the Tender Beige, will be my light tone. I put a bit on my ring finger. See, it's like almost exactly as my skin. You're going to see that. Now it's going to disappear. You tap to share with both rings. And then you go cardinal points. North, south, east, west, here, and chest. I'm going to draw a sun around the eyes. Okay, so we did north, south, east, west, neck, chest. Draw a sun around the eyes. Yes, look, I look beautiful. Now, tapping, see? So I can start extending the product to see where I want it to go. Did I mention that this foundation, the great thing about it is that it has the great coverage, and it also works as a concealer. I don't like concealers because they tell on everything. Look at this already. What I use is an illuminator, which moisturizes actually. Okay, now I'm not connecting 100% there with you because I am looking at the camera to see what I'm actually doing. So I am already, this is a little too white yet, but I'm going to bring this color, because I've got some tan on myself, with a darker shade when I contour the E and the 3, and then I mix them up, and then I'm going to have the perfect natural foundation for my features. So now we go to the darker shade. I'm using the sandy beige. That is usually the one that, the most popular one. You get a little bit on your ring finger, you share with the other ring finger, so you've got the same amount of product on both fingers, and now you go. Imagine you see an E or a 3, yes? This E or 3 naturally is your contouring. So what you want to do is, I always start with, you see that this naturally is darker here? Look at your face in the mirror or on the camera and find it. The hairline, this is always a little darker. You see, this area is always a little darker. Then the jawline is always a little darker, especially if, like, for example, now that I've gained some pounds, I've got more double chin. So I want to diminish this. And how do I diminish it? By making it a little darker. And then the other thing is that you see that there's like a little strip here that's like lighter, and here it's darker, this is darker. So look at your face and start finding that. I'm going to go to my bone and I'm going to stop right here. You don't want to bring all the contouring in. So I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3. Can you see it there? 1, 2, 3. Yes, following the line. I'm going to do it also here. 1, 2, 3. Then you do a little bit here on top. 1, 2, maybe. And I'm going to add a bit more product. I'm exaggerating it so you can really, really see it. And now you do down here and down here. Jawline and jawline. And the jawline is going to get on the double chin. So now we're going to tap. So we take this color to where we want it to go. I don't want to bring it too way closer to the nose. I just want to keep it like that little quarter of the eye, right? Look at your cheekbone. Find your bone. Find the mountain to your bone. Look, so, you can also do this if you want. Wait, what? And you can see it if you do. Wait, what? So what I'm doing now is, first I tapped. Okay, I'm used to doing this, and sometimes I forget, so I do it really fast. So first I tapped, and I said, all right, I want it here, here, here. Now, when I know where I want it, and I start feathering it out, you press and you let go. Press and let go. Press and let go. Press and let go. You're feathering it out. You're making it disappear and blend with the other color, darling. You see how, oh my gosh, I've just been kissed by the sun. Nah, it was the foundation, the darker foundation. I'm telling you, some people are like, oh, I don't need it. I don't need it. You can do a lot of wonders with a light foundation and a dark foundation. You can even do your makeup with just light foundation, dark foundation, mascara, done. With your fingers. In the case you don't want to use your fingers, you can use brushes or you can use wedges or sponges. But why I like to do it with my fingers? Because I don't waste product, first of all. Second, all my makeup line is mineral based. So if I use my fingers, it's even better because it's going to warm up the minerals and it's going to get into the skin much nicely. So, and I have more control. I love it. Like, why would I waste half of my product that stays on the brush or stays on the sponge? Use your fingers, baby. Make sure to wash your hands before. Okay, so we've got the basic, right? We did light foundation or whatever neutral foundation that you use all over the face. And then you can use the darker foundation to contour. If you don't have a darker foundation, you might have a bronzer. I am going to use a bronzer now because for camera, we have to bring this out even more. This is too light for camera. The camera and the lights eat a lot of what you see in the makeup, right? But we still want to keep it natural. So, or maybe you have something like a duet like this that has a neutral color if you don't have a bronzer, but you don't want to use a blush that is pink to do what I'm going to do now. What I mean is something more neutral, brownish bronzer, or here, so the darker one you use to do what we're going to do now and the lighter one you use to highlight. Bronzer, I'm using a brush, 1, 2, 3. Make sure to unload, because if you don't unload the excess of pigments on the brush, then you're going to have a big stain and it's not going to be nice. What I do with this is as I just go through, again, the E and the 3. Yes, very, very slowly. Just keep bringing out, and you can do that. Oh, look, I love a good cheekbone. Oh, give me the cheekbone, baby. Let's go to the hairline, and then down here, papoti bye-bye. See, the good thing about doing it with your fingers also is that, oh, here I went too far. Just feather it out. That's it. You feather it out. Yeah. And then, before you put this away, just run it through your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see the difference? It's a natural depth that I'm giving to it. I'm bringing out my eyes naturally with this natural color. Yes. See, check it out. Oh, I have a little stain here, but that's easy to fix. You go back to your light foundation, get a little bit of the light foundation, and then tap it along. Ta-da! There we go. Voila, honey bunny. See, I have control over this. And actually, I'm going to highlight this a little more. So this is what I love about this foundation, actually, that you can just scrape it, rub it, transform it. It's manuable. See? Done. Now we're going to move into the eyes. So for the eyes, what I recommend is I have this product, which is kind of an apricot-y color, and it works amazing with every single eye. So what I do is, if you have an eyeshadow that is kind of I'm going to show you this color. So this is what we're looking for. because this works for everyone and it's such a natural color once you put it on. Something like this, something a little lighter. Unless you know your eyes and you know what you like, you can do that. I want to bring out the natural in you. So we're going to use this. This is the Molten Metals. This is the Rosy Copper. You put a little bit on your ring finger. I love this because it's a multitasker as well. This works for eyes, cheeks, and lips. So it gives beautiful light. Ring finger, again, ring finger with the other. And then you place in the center of the eye, on all the eyelid, and then just spread it around the eyelid. Eyelid, don't let it go up yet. Yeah? See the difference? How that just gives another depth. It's like so beautiful, but it's very subtle. So we want to keep it very natural. Do the same on the other side. Tap, tap, tap. See how I'm tapping the product? I'm not just stamping it in there. I'm driving the product. I'm telling it, okay, I want you to stay in the center. And then from the center, we move in and we move out. Okay? See? Fantastic. Now I want to create a little more depth in my eyes. So I'm going to just use, so this we're going to keep it simple. I'm just going to use the same bronzer that I was using for the contouring.
But you can replace it with any other shade of brown eyeshadow that you might have at home.
And I'm using this is a blender brush, but you can always use any eyeshadow brush. Maybe you have something more like this and you can use that, or you use your ring finger. I'm going to do one with the brush and one with the ring finger. Brush, 1, 2, 3, get in there. You want product on your thing, on your brush. Remember to unload, yeah, unpack. Now you press. What I like about the blender brush is that it's so easy. This is easy to create any kind of smoky eye or anything. We're going to create a natural smoky eye. So you put it inside the crease and then circle in and circle out a little bit. Only halfway through. You see, I'm doing halfway through, look. I'm not even going all the way. And that opens my eye, and that also blends and better with the molten metal that I just added here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shoot, I forgot. I was going to do it with my finger. Okay, so when you want to do this with your finger, ring finger again, you get a bit of the product, yes? And now, chin up. Whenever you're going to work with the eyes, make sure that you don't look down. You put your mirror or the camera on eye level or a little higher, and then you can do this. You chin up. Yes, I keep looking in the mirror at myself. And now, how to relax your mouth? Because if you're not, it's all tense, so relax your mouth. And look how easy it is for me to work with my eyes now without having, see, even the mascara, ta-ta-ta. This is the important thing, the chin up, yeah? So keep the chin up, and then we go to the outside. We just smudge a little bit of this bronzing powder. Look, it even looks better with the finger than with the brush. Right? You got it. You got it. Now, let's highlight the eyes. I like to highlight. We're doing camera again. This is not everyday makeup. And I would even, like the eyes, you can even go further, and I'll show you how. So now I'm going to use, this is the, I love this product as well. This is eyes and cheeks. And this is the Molten Powders in Golden Vanilla.
But you can replace it with any other light eyeshadow that you might have at home.
All right. So you see, oh, you're going to say it's too white. No, it really, really isn't. This is beautiful, and you can actually use this also, it brings lovely light. You can also use this on the eyelid just for sure, just by itself. So get the product there on the brush, unload, make sure you unload, and then I'm going to go under my eyebrow. Yeah, look, it's telling me where I have to highlight. You highlight where it's lighter. So under my eyebrow, you highlight. Yeah, you're opening the eyes a little more. Then the other place you can highlight is right here. That's going to open up, ta-da, ta-da, a little more. You can also highlight in here if you want a bit. If you want, it's not necessary. Some people love to contour their nose and change. You don't want to change. You want to connect with your clients as who you are. Otherwise, what are you going to do? When you see your people, it's like, wait, who are you? You're not the same person in the photo. Yes, you want to be the same person in the photo. All right, so this, the T-zone, which is the lighter one. See? Beautiful. Now, if you have, the other thing that we're going to do is brush our eyebrows. You can just use an old wand from a mascara, or this you can get in a department store.
Or you can replace it with your toothbrush.
You brush them up, brush them up, brush them up, brush them up, and then guide them to where you want them to go, guide them to where you're going to go. We're going to go into brows in a little while, and I'm going to show you how to fill in the gap, for example, that I've got here, yeah? Or if you have no eyebrows, or you've got white eyebrows or super blonde eyebrows, how to make them stand out. Or if you just like to keep your eyebrows in place with no extra color or whatever, how you can do that as well. So now you see that it's very decent and it's just natural and it looks good, you know. It looks good. Let's blend these colors a little more here. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Now, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to teach you this technique where you are going to eyeline your eyes, but you're actually opening your eyes. It's not eyelining on the top like everybody usually does. So then this is what happens. We want to make your eyes stand out, even if you're wearing glasses, especially if you're wearing glasses. So what I'm going to use is the Sienna. This is a gel eyeliner. Yes, it's from Alibi, from my makeup line.
But you can replace it with any eyeliner that you might have at home. Brown and navy is recommended.
Again, first thing you do is chin up. You look in the camera or the mirror, and you're going to bring this up a little. And what I am going to do is go to the eyelashes. not right inside, but just press some color on the eyelashes, on the root of the eyelashes, on the birth of the eyelashes. See? Look at the difference from one eye to the other just by doing that. So if you want to do this and then mascara, you're all set. If you want to take it a little further, let me show you how. So again, chin up. This is important. I have iron for you to relax about. Chin up. See, I always do from the outside in, and it's just tapping on the root of the eyelashes. You don't even need to look at this. You just follow your eye. Follow the eyelashes. Look, done. Take it a little further. You do the same, but on the top. Just tap on the root of the eyelashes. And here, if you smudge, that is fine, because I'm going to show you how with just a finger, you can fix this. See? And can you see that I'm only doing 3/4? You don't want to go all the way. And I'm doing a thicker line. I'm adding more product at the end, making it heavier at the ends. Okay, here we have that we don't want, but look how easy it is to like, choop, boom, bye. But you see, look what happens to my eyes now. Woo! Right? Now, if we want to, how do you call it? Smoky eye a little bit. Just run in very soft taps your ring finger through that area. And that's how you blend it if you don't have a brush. If you have a brush, like the one that I was using, for example, or any, I'm going to add a bit more product so I can show you what I do. Maybe you have a flat brush like this one. You just run the flat brush. Remember, the tail has to go last all the time. And you can run this through the line. And since it's gel, or maybe, you know, usually, look at that. Fantastic. I love it. Usually eyeliners are very creamy, so that it's easy for you to be able to do this. Okay? Voila. That's it. How simple is it? We want to keep it simple. So I'm done with that. Now, what's my next step? Mascara. But yes, let's do mascara first, and then we're going to clean the eye. So mascara, depending on what you want, is the kind of mascara you want to choose. I love my luxury mascara. This is a 4-in-1. It gives you volume, length, and separation, and it also has keratin. So that means that it nourishes the eyelashes, right? We want that. We want nourishment in our eyelashes. And I'm going to use today the navy. I like to stay away from the black mascara unless I want to make a statement about it. Otherwise, I like to use black brown, or I like to use navy in this case. So what I do again is chin up, and then you're going to get a hold of all your eyelashes and just brush its teeth. As if you were brushing your teeth, you're brushing the eyelashes. So you can really, really get inside the root. So we are fortifying even more the work that we did with the eyeliner, keeping it very natural, in spite of the fact that we are adding makeup and that you are going to see my eyes even more. But we still want to keep it natural. We don't want to be someone else. I repeat. Same the other side. You see? Chin up. Keep it simple. You can close and then brush, 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 and pull out. Brush, 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 and pull out. Eyelashes grow in 3 different directions. Center, center, outside, you pull out, and then the inner, you go in. That's the way you want to work with your eyelashes when you're applying mascara, because that's going to give them more strength. 1, 2, 3, I love my... I love a good mascara, and you know what? Thank you, Mommy and Daddy, because they've given me beautiful eyelashes, so why wouldn't I give them a lot of love? And wait, what? I want a little work underneath, not a lot. Yeah, right in the center. So that's going to open my eyes even more. And then on the other side, open my eyes even more. Fantastic. Done. Now, eyebrows. I have to fill in this gap. I've already brushed it. Now I'm going to use this other product that I love, which has a mini brush on one side and a super, super thin little pencil on the other.
You can replace it with a light brown eyeshadow or eyeliner.
So I'm going to go up and then brush it over. And with a mini, I'm just going to draw the gaps. Look how easy this is. In this case, I am using the brunette, and I can guide my eyebrows to wherever I want, but still keep it natural. See? Without having it to be so much drawing in them. So let's fill in this gap. So if you have, we all have uneven eyebrows, but you can even them out. They don't have to be perfect because none of our sides are perfect. So it's just a question of respecting your features, respecting who you are, honoring who you are. It's about honoring who you are, people. Yes, applying makeup is about honoring who you are. It's about bringing out more of who you are, the more authentic you, revealing your beauty, so you become beautiful in your own eyes. Voila. Okay, one thing I like to do after I brush that, I brush them again after I did the fill in the blanks. Now, if you've got very unruly brows, you might want to consider something like this. This is the invisible. This is like a mini mascara for eyebrows. This is invisible. This works great for guys, for men, for women, for everyone. So again, you brush up and then you brush in the place. And what this is going to do is it's going to keep them in place. It keeps them very nice and neat. And if you've got, for example, very super light eyebrows and you want to bring them out again, or you've got gray hairs, or you have very little eyebrows, but you don't really see them, you might want to consider a color. So this is the blonde, for example, which would be the one for me. Yes, you brush them up and then you shape them, but you've got other colors, darker colors as well. This is a great tool. All right, so now I'm all ready. What I am going to do is I am going to give a little extra love. Oh, here they are. To under my eyes, right? I still see a little bit here of, yeah, dark circles. You know, maybe I didn't have a very good night's sleep or whatever. Or maybe I have a tendency to dark circles. So I use my illuminator.
You can replace it by reapplying a little bit of your foundation.
The illuminator works also as a concealer, but it really isn't a concealer. It's really an eye treatment. It's going to boost collagen and elastin. It's going to help with fine lines and wrinkles. It's going to illuminate, keep all this area moisturized. And we have different shades. Like, for example, I have here, I've chosen light medium for all this area to enhance that a little bit more. And I've chosen light honey, to help my dark circles. So the light honey has a little apricot-y tint to it, which is what's going to help me, for example, here. See? So bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, maybe this is it. I don't need the other one. Maybe, did I get the... Yes, light honey. Light honey. Light honey. Tap, tap, tap to go around. So this is also going to clean if there's anything that got stained or fell underneath any pigment or anything. This is just going to even it all up and then keep... Look. Oh my gosh! I love this product. You know, sometimes I just do my makeup with only this and mascara. Because when my eyes are puffy, this is a very good healer. Or if I have dark circles or something like that, oh, I love this. And the more you tap into it, you see how I'm tapping into it? The more you tap, the better. Look, I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. I am going to enhance this area a little more, which is right on top of the bone. So when I get away from the camera, this is going to be seen. And also, it's going to keep all, if I've got like crow's feet or anything here, or my skin is very dehydrated around my eye area, this is going to help hydrate it. And then just feather it out, baby. Thumb is a great eraser. I do this and then, boop, 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 boop. Oh, look at that. Don't I look fantastic? Don't I look fantastic? Yes, it's all about having fun. All right. So, right? You can also use the illuminator in anything you want to, like you can use illuminator here. Wait, let me get, it's like a brush and you just have to twist the bottom and then the product comes up from there. And then you apply. So we can use a bit here, a bit here, a bit here. You see that I get all this area a little darker. You can use it here. Wherever, if you've got breakouts, you can use a little bit of this.
This step can also be replaced with your light foundation.
The great thing is that it's not going to dry your skin, so it's really going to diminish it and even everything out. See, around my eye, I should have done only one side so you could see the difference. Oh, I put a lot of product here. These products really, really go a long way, ladies and gents. But you see how it just evens things out. Beautiful. And then once you get a hand of this and what works for you, I promise you, you can do this in 5 minutes. I do my camera makeup in 5 minutes. Now I'm explaining things to you, and I have to remember that you're learning this. So excuse me if sometimes I go too fast or if I forget, but you can always rewind the video and just move forward. All right, so, right? Now, let's give a little love to my cheeks. I am going to use, this is Juliette. It's a rose-based mineral. I love it. It has a little bit of shimmer. It's a mineral blush. So 1, 2, 3, remember to unload, and then you can go, good. Hi, how you doing? And look, how you doing? You find the mountain of your bones. Don't go to the apple like everyone tells you, because the apple kind of brings it down. So you want to, right there. Oh, see, right there. Right there, look. Oh. So it's like, oh, I've just been kissed by the sun, or I just had good morning action. See how this just uplifts, elevates, instead of bringing it down. It uplifts rather than bringing it down. All right, mascara, da-da-da-da-dam, dang. The last thing that you might fancy using is, this is a invisible blotting powder,
which you can replace with tissues. Just tap, tap, tap the shine away.
If you can see my face, now that my skin is beginning to breathe, you don't see powder. You see a little glow, but it's not a shine. There's a difference between a shiny skin and a glowy skin. What we want to achieve is glow, all right? So this invisible blotting powder is going to help you do that. It's going to even and bring down the shine whilst keeping the makeup in place and also keeping the glow in place. So it comes with an applicator, 1, 2, 3, and then what you do is, for example, here I have some, so just tap on it. Just tap all around, yeah, under the eyes, right here, right here. And that's it. Just a little bit. You don't need to go too far. If you want to do this with a brush, you can do that. Make sure that if you're using a blush brush, because you don't have a specific one for powder, then you want to clean it. Now that I'm all set, I want to bring kind of everything together. I go back to my bronzer, right? Bronzer with the brush, and then just go over it. The E and the 3 again, and see where it needs a little more, if it needs a little more or not. There we go. So I'm going to be shooting outside, so this is kind of good, because it's going to look good. And then sometimes No, just remove a little bit. As far as lips, my lips are moisturized now. Sometimes I like I can use my, this is a vitamin C plus E lip plumper. It's a treatment, but it's glowy. So sometimes for camera, a glow on the lips is a little weird because it depends on how the light hits it. It could seem as if you've got a chapped lip. Like, look, for example, if I did it here, see, I feel sexy and I love it. But depending on where the light hits me, it's where the photo might look weird, as if like I have a shadow on my lip or something. But anyway, you can still do glosses if you like it. The photographer works with that. In that case, that would be me. Yeah. Vitamin C plus E is delicious. It's perfect. It's lip treatment. It just keeps from all these lines and all that. So, but what I want to show you today is the use of matte lipsticks. Now, matte lipsticks usually lack the vitamins and the nourishment, so they're very dry and they're a little harsh for the lips, honestly. But it's one of the recommendations. In the case of the ones that I choose to carry with my makeup line for photo purposes and more natural look, I'm going to show you 3 of them. So we've got, oh my gosh, Worth It, Spice It Up, and Very Berry. So Worth It is very natural. Let's see, where can I show you? Let's do here. See, it's more of, it's kind of the same color that I'm wearing now. What happens if I want to keep it super simple? Look at this. Fantastic. That's it. Done, right? Worth It. Very natural. You can always combine it and use glosses if you want, but I wouldn't recommend. And the great thing about my Ultra Mattes is that they've got vitamin C and vitamin E. So they're not going to dry your lips, but they're going to stay on your lips for the whole day, for real. So Worth It. This is a good color. Let's try now the Spice It Up, baby. Spice It Up is still under the natural spectrum, but it has a little more spice. This is a great color for stage, camera, winter, summer, autumn, any. So spice it up. And then the other one, if you want to be a little more bold, let me show you one of my favorite, the Very Berry, darling. This is Baba Boom. This one is gonna make you stand out. Now, all these lips, I love a lot of lips, right? So this for me is good. But if you don't like to be so much out there, you can still be take advantage of the benefits of the color of the Very Berry. Right? You see what I'm doing it is I'm kind of removing it. So I'm just leaving a little tint. And this tint is going to stay with me for the whole photo shoot. Now, hair-wise, I think that I'm all set as far as makeup. Hair-wise, I did like a little twist on my hair because I wanted to create a bit of wave. You can use any of the products that you have to keep the hair in place. If you've got frizzy hair, make sure that if you're wearing hairspray or something like that, that it's not so harsh, that your hair still has movement. We want you to be able to communicate with your hair and with your skin and with yourself, you know. Now, let's put the outfit. I've chosen a red blazer because, you know, baby, red is my color. I love the red. Of course, I'm going to wear a hat, sweetie darling. I'm ready for the show. You see what happens now that I used to see my face a little lighter than here, but it's all coming together. It all comes together. It's a question of you trusting the process. So that's it. I think I am all set. I think I've covered everything. If you have any questions, you just let me know. But here you have a good tutorial that you can follow and do your makeup before our 6 Feet Please Headshot Extravaganza experience. It is me, Ali B, reporting live from Sunnyside, New York. I hope this was helpful, and cheerio and carry on.